controversial, political, a moral battle. These were often words used to describe the court case of Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was an extremely notable case in America. It established a precedent for women's health over the last 50 years. Recently, it was overturned. I will be covering the evolution of Roe v. Wade up until current day. This is an issue that affects all women. Every single person in this room has a woman in their life. This could be a mother, a sister, or like a girlfriend. I know a lot of women who have recently had children. I have heard about how scary pregnancy can be for both the women and the baby. So this is a topic I have become very educated on. To start with, Roe v. Wade did not create the concept of legal abortions. In the mid-1800s, it became illegal nationwide under most circumstances. That didn't mean that it didn't still happen. Doctors just couldn't perform abortions legally, and women frequently did them on their own. 200,000 to 1.2 million illegal abortions were performed from the 1950s to the 1960s, according to gutmatcher.com or .org. In the 1960s, 17 states started to loosen their laws on abortion. My cards got out of order. Okay. This takes us to the 1970s when Roe v. Wade began. A Texas woman named Jane Roe, this is an anonymous name, filed a lawsuit against the district attorney, Dallas County, Henry Wade. She argued that the law that was in place at the time that made abortions illegal in every case except to save a woman's life was unconstitutional, vague, and went against the First, Fourth, Ninth, and 14th Amendments. Little review on those amendments. The First Amendment is speech and religion. Congress can't make laws respecting an established religion. The Fourth Amendment is the right of people to be secure in their own person. The Ninth Amendment protects laws that are not explicitly in the Constitution, and 14th is life, liberty, and property. The court ruled that the Constitution recognizes a woman's right to. No, the question that this case brought was, does the Constitution recognize a woman's right to terminate a pregnancy by abortion? On January 22nd, 1973, Supreme Court ruled that this falls under the right to privacy in due process in the 14th Amendment. Protecting women's health outweighed a potential life, but this interest did vary throughout the pregnancy. In the first trimester, some regulations are allowed. In the second trimester, regulations are allowed, but it can't be banned. And by the third trimester, states can choose to ban the abortion, and regulations are allowed. This was with the exception to save a woman's life. This went on for 50 years and was overruled June 24th of 2022. The reason it was overruled was due to lack of support from the 14th Amendment, which was the core holding of the case. Justice Clarence said Roe is grievously wrong for many reasons, but the most fundamental is that at its core holding, the Constitution protects a woman's right to abortion. To abort her unborn child finds no support in the text of the 14th Amendment. It was also overruled because it was a poorly written law. Today, 21 states have banned abortions or have very strict rules on them. So I discussed this topic with my mother because obviously she has kids, and a few other people. There was varying opinions. My mom mainly talked about how abortion in some states at the moment is considered, like a miscarriage is considered an abortion, and like if it's in a hospital and she needs help, because a lot of times you need help. She said that we deserve health care that won't end in prosecution. But we did also discuss the other side of the argument because to really reduce the bias. We talked about how for religious purposes, a lot of people disagree with that, and like we'll view it as the murder of a baby, and that can't be overlooked. It's not a black and white topic. In conclusion, this was a major case for women and is still affecting us 50 years from today.